We're finally at my favorite sketchbook. Okay, this was the beginning of 2015. I wanted to make the sketchbook look more consistent than the others, so here we go. Also, I kept just like, these are all stickers except him. He's just some dude from a magazine, and there's more where that came from. This is a drawing of myself. This drawing was made out of the marker left from the shirt on this side. This is Maggie from Ava Steedman. I need to get back to this. This is this girl from my class, Caitlin, and she looked through this book like 3 times, and whenever I got to this page, I was like, she's gonna call me out for just drawing her, but she never noticed it was her. Okay. I didn't even watch an episode of Steven Universe at this point. I was just like, the characters, they're kind of pretty, I'm just gonna draw them. I wanted to make it look more cluttered and cool like this stuff. I tried to actually do detailed background, and yikes, whoops. This page is just a lot of swirlies. She has cinnamon roll hair, and that's some cabbage. Yeah. Suzuya Juzu from Tokyo Ghoul. I liked him because he's pretty. Look at this one. This one's good. I like this one. I don't care for the other ones, but I like this one. This, I drew it during a I finished inking it during a Mardi Gras parade, and I was trying to just work with more detail with pen. And that sure is detail that I did right there with pins, so. So, this was during a Mardi Gras parade. I hate Mardi Gras parades, because they're just, I don't know, they're really boring to me. They stop too much, and then you just have to sit there and wait. And at this one point, it was gonna rain on actual Fat Tuesday, so they just shoved like 4 parades in one day. And then it stopped. So for 4 hours, we just sat there waiting, and I wanted to go home, but we couldn't. So I just drew the people walking by around the parade. And there's so many pretty people whenever you leave the house and go places that aren't just Walmart, which is mainly where I go. It's Jade Harley from Homestuck. She's pretty. She's pretty, and I like her. This was inspired by the song Dead Hearts by Stars. This is my favorite drawing in the sketchbook. It's nice. I like it. It's like thumbnail material. I'm gonna zoom in and make it my thumbnail. This ombre hair design in the corner was actually because my pins kept dying. So first my pink pin died, and then my blue pin died, and then my purple pin died. I suffered. Just a bundle of limbs. So my school had this day, it has these days a lot where like we have these necklaces with like some paper design on them. It's really just string and paper together. And there was the Queen of Hearts, which is on Valentine's Day, all the boys got hearts. And if the boys would talk to a girl, then the girl would be able to take their heart. And the person with the most hearts at the end of the day would be crowned Queen of Hearts, which doesn't give you a reward at all. You just like bragging rights. And they had the same thing that was the King of Mardi Gras, where girls had necklaces and the boys had whatever. I live in the South. This is the kind of entertainment that happens, and I hate it. But I drew all over my little paper mask that they gave us, so I didn't want anyone to take it. So I was trying to talk to my friend Sean, who's a dude. So I don't remember exactly what I was saying, but it has to do with Golden Gate, communism, fruit, and questionable fruit, and old people. Oh god, my Dan and Phil phase. Honestly though, the pastel Dan thing was a good aesthetic. I mainly liked them for the aesthetic. I didn't care about fan stuff. Like, shut up! Shut up! Let them make videos. You don't need to analyze everything they do. They're there to entertain you, not there for you to like overwhelmingly glare at every single movement they make. Like, they can't even be platonic with each other with how the fandom acts to them. Because every single move they make, even whenever, like, they stare at each other. Like, what, do you expect them not to look at each other when they're sitting next to each other and making a video together? Do you want them to not acknowledge themselves? Because every single time they seem to acknowledge the other person, the entire fandom makes screen caps of it like, oh my god, fan is real! Shut up! Just let them live. Let them make videos. You make it uncomfortable for other people to look at what they're doing because everything they do is just followed by this mantra of thousands of people screaming, oh, fan, fan, fan. Whoops, I went on a baby rant. But I just, like, I'm so close to unsubscribing to them because there's just, it's not enjoyable because of the fans anymore. It's just, ugh, like, let them live. It even makes me embarrassed to say that I'm a fan of them because it's just, that's what people see all the time. Well, out of that rant, out of that freaking monologue I made, here is Nepeta. She's still my favorite. She's just so cute. I love her. And this also was just a lot of white pen. And this I tried to actually use watercolors because I just didn't want to ink the rest of her hair. And it messed up. Messed up bad. Shannon and Virgo. Well, I really used to want to look like that. This is how I looked 2 years ago. I had white hair. Yeah, I was just gross looking. And I wanted to look like this. I'm afraid of needles. Why did I want one of those lip piercings? It's gross inside. Shannon has a lizard. Ruby and Sapphire. And my toes, they're weird. Like, my middle and fourth toe is the same length. And I don't want to talk about my toes to you guys, whatever. Here's a redraw of that other drawing of Tamara, which I might put up and might not put up. Here's Tora, Toaster. I really like how I revamped Toaster's story because at first it was just really stupid, but then I like changed it. She's a princess, but she's also half phoenix. So she can shapeshift using fire, and it turns into a fire version of the form that she wants to create. But it's in a universe where magic is outlawed. So she can't let anyone know except like the near close staff people. So she's locked in a tower so that no one can get close enough to her. No one from the outside world can get close enough to her to realize that she's part magic. So that people think that she's weaker than she really is, so that a prince can save her and get all the credit. So she shapeshifts into her own dragon whenever anyone comes over to try to save her. So that's pretty cool. And it gets to this point where, and they're not letting her take control of the country that she's supposed to because she's the princess. She's the only one who actually knows everything that she needs to know to run a country in the place. Like, they're trying to find the strongest man to take control of the country. So what she does is she runs away. And she cuts her hair. And she's gender fluid, so she goes as, her name is actually Victoriana. So she goes as Tora. He's Tora, and he goes to all different villages all over the country, and he does things in each village to win the trust of all the villagers. Like, he slays a beast that's been eating the villagers at night, or he fixes this. He does cool stuff and wins the approval of all the villages in the place. And then whenever he goes back to when he goes back to his original palace, to the royal castle that he lived in, he reveals himself to actually also be Victoriana and shows how powerful they could be and why magic shouldn't be outlawed, because it's like the humans are scared of the monsters and the humans are in control, so they because they're in control, they make it illegal. So she's the one who changes that. I don't know, I might edit a lot of this out because that was just, it wasn't well explained, but I love her. Here's Bailey with lyrics to the song Smoke by Sorority Noise in the background. She's great. I love her. Here's more Steven Universe fan art. This is whenever I actually got into it and started watching it. Oh man, my first and last attempts at designing a gym Sona for myself. Their name's Citrine, and their gem is on their ear, which makes them unable to hear out of one. What do I have with characters not having an ear? What's up with me? Wow. Oh my god, I forgot that I drew Willow and Miram. You know, Willow actually looks good in her old design in more current fan art. Cause dang, she looks so ugly in my old ones. She was so gross. Ah! It's Young Pearl and Young Amethyst. Oh, I love them. I think, yep, Amethyst's hand is backwards. I do that so much. This is Marina. She's an OC. She's from this universe where one day you wake up with your soulmate's name on your body, and she gets Alex. And also the names are like etched from the inside of their body, so it's kind of reflected. And she gets the name Alex, and she's like, man, I know like 8 people named Alex. And there's like tons more. This is gonna take a while. So she gets all of her friends to help her find all the nearest Alexes so that she can go on dates with them and figure out if they're her soulmate. And they don't go out, it doesn't turn out that well. But she ends up, she slowly starts falling in love with one of the friends that's helping her, Carter. And she doesn't know what to do with that because if she goes with Carter, then she's leaving Alex behind. But if she keeps pursuing Alex, she does love Carter. She knows that she loves Carter. But she doesn't, it's whatever, okay? Uh-oh, that's the end. Wait, it's not. Because I have decorations. Just let you guys look at that for a bit and whoa, snap. Oh, it's broken. Hold up. Oh my god. Yikes. Whatever. This is fine. Yeah, take a gander at that. Look at all this. Look at all this going on. I'm gonna just like do a slow pan up. Because there's a lot. And there it is, folks. Egg-tastic.